Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to Super Smack 2026.
The Super Rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans. Can you just sort out that intro, mate? Come on. Why are you adding bits on?
I don't know.
It's been the same for like 45 episodes. And what are you adding bits on for?
Sorry, guys. I've had a coffee.
What was
and
it?
I'm just trying to be a little like I'm improvising, but it wasn't even good.
For 2026, is that what you said? We all know the year, mate.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sorry. Do you want to do it again?
Start. No. No, I want everyone to know. I wanted to throw you under the bus.
You're unhappy.
Yeah, no, just that you should be better.
Well, mate, I am a little unhappy because I watched a game of Super Rugby on the weekend that was like, I don't know, like watching a fourth 15 play
I've
on
written
a terrible day down at TMP.
I've written down my summation. It was like watching a midwinter JMC match at the lower fields of the Greaton Marist Rugby Club after a rainy day. And if anyone knows the Greaton Marist Rugby Club's in Tauranga, very low lying. So even if you get like a heavy shower, you've got a lot of surface water.
Yeah, and that wasn't just a heavy shower in Lautoka. That was a bloody monsoon downpour.
What happened? You guys, it's like you're princesses of the Wellington. You should know how to play in the bad weather. It's horrible weather most of the time in Wellington.
They completely forgot how to. I got to admit, for both teams, it was almost bordering on that thing where they should almost cancel it. It's so terrible. People are tripping up over each other. No one can catch the ball to save themselves. It was terrible. But you're right. Some of the stellar players of the Canes, Cam Roygaard in particular, were doing dry running rugby antics.
They hadn't.
Where
was that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're princesses, mate. They haven't played. They're too elite now.
Mate, they're from Wellington.
No, but they haven't. They've like been on manicured, beautiful grounds that have top class drainage. You know, they've played all over the world. These boys, and they just forgotten.
I mean, it is shocking. That's what I mean. It was almost beyond below standard. Like that pitch was.
Mate. Just no.
Let's
not. No, exactly. This is Super Rugby, mate. We're allowed to go down to the grass.
I want AstroTurf.
We're going to be playing on AstroTurf with a lovely wee Essex trail runner soon.
We're going to be getting awful burns on our legs and arms.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. But I mean, any player that's played, rugby in New Zealand has. Sorry, I've got a little bit of an issue here. They've always played in the wet,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was looking fun at the start. You were like, oh, this is a bit silly. And then it just got entirely frustrating to watch no one be able to play the game properly. And then instead of passing close and just moving it up the field in good old-fashioned wet rugby style, they screwed it. I felt like Geordie Barrett was one of the only people trying to marshal around. Everyone else was just running like headless chooks. So, yeah, a shocking loss. And you know what? I mean, it's not unprecedented. The Drua are back to their winning ways in Lautoka, which I'm kind of happy for them, but it's just annoying. It's annoying.
I know.
And messy as shit to watch,
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel for them. But yeah, Cam Roygaard was particularly... I was like, come on, mate, you should know better than that. Don't be silly. They were just throwing away an easy game, We've got to go play the Waratahs in Sydney this week.
Well, maybe that was your problem, mate. You thought it was an easy game.
They shouldn't have. They
Sorry,
know.
I'm having a real mare here. If anyone's
are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just...
What's happening, mate? You're just having a little... Ra's just adjusting his microphone a touch.
Well, my mount's just a little bit broken today.
The only thing, we've been joking about the Sanganalanga and how it'll come back, and they probably just did Sanganalanga them, is the truth.
Yeah, maybe.
It seemed like the Hurricanes were having a lovely, relaxing time in the pool and visiting some, local tribes.
Yeah, I saw that. They did some little visiting and stuff. Maybe, like it's that classic thing. You do get to Fiji and you're like, oh, it's lovely here, isn't it? Especially after winter's departed New Zealand for the last little while.
They know exactly what they're doing
about the cold.
The Fijians. They pull the wool over our eyes. They go, here, have one of these,
have
sip
a
on
coconut.
this, Sit down. We'll talk to you. We'll get someone to rub your feet, and you'll lose on Saturday. And you'll lose on Saturday. Anyway, we shouldn't actually give that game any more airtime because it was kind
if
of
I'm
just
honest,
a messy
mate,
piece
I
of
watched
shit.
the first half, and then that was it. I watched the highlight.
Mate.
There was a fucking fantastic game of rugby on, which unfortunately the Chiefs lost. But goddamn, it was good to watch. That was one that I watched. I watched the highlights package at least 3 times. Full game. I mean,
which
heartbreakingly
I'm surprised.
watched.
Yeah, I'm surprised you tortured yourself like that by watching it again. Because you know what, mate? I could see when you were 21-0 up after like quite a short amount of time in that game.
Yeah.
I bet you, I could just picture you with your shit-eating grin, sitting on the couch, going,
I was loving it. There was a lot of a lot to talk about with this game. It definitely lived up to the hype of being the game of the round.
Oh,
epic,
absolutely,
epic
mate.
tries. I mean, there were 2, maybe 3, I think, that were of note. Obviously, that second try from the Chiefs was exceptional. A lovely wee break from the zone goal line. Leroy Carter,
Risky move, but it worked.
Yeah, off to
Havili missed the
Jacob.
tackle. Yeah.
Off to Jacob. Inside, out to Quinn Supire. Lovely wee flip back to Josh Lord, and then Nana Satoru in the corner. Fucking
Josh
phenomenal.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah.
He
Phenomenal
he
try.
played well. They all played well. It was great. Yeah. It was great, and everyone was playing on form. The pitch, unlike the Hurricanes game, was in mint condition. It was a beautiful evening.
I mean, they know how to
down in
grow grass
Hamilton.
in Waikato, mate.
That's what they do for a living,
That's
isn't
what
it?
they do for a living, yeah, basically.
And they all eat it too, which is weird. Like
the
you go out
grass?
for an eggs benny and there's just a little bit of grass on top. Yeah, strange people. Speaking of strange people and strange
I bet you they have
antics,
I bet you they have a glass of milk too. I bet you everyone in Hamilton is like still on the glass of milk buzz.
Yeah, but mate, do the cows don't drink? Do the cows drink milk? They don't drink
No,
their
but
own
what
milk,
I'm saying,
do
they're
they?
producing a lot of milk down there, so they're in for a glass.
Yeah, Ryan O'Kane would be in heaven. He'd go into the fridge after a run and just scull back a 2-litre blue top.
Yeah,
disgusting. There were some strange antics in this game. Obviously, the heat of the moment was getting to the players. I mean, there was no love lost between these two teams.
No.
In fact, I'd like to kind of go out and say that this rivalry now is almost up there, if not more so, than the Crusaders Blues. You know, for years, I think the Crusaders Blues was one of the biggest rivalries in Super Rugby. But this Chiefs Crusaders battle is becoming a real doozy. Like, there's
so many finals, and
Yeah.
it really gets thrown on the line, man. And like we've actually had, as of today, Tamati Williams has been cited for a bad clean out on Tupou Vai, which was pretty bad when you look at it. I don't know how
it was
didn't
pretty
get
bad.
picked up.
He cut him in half, but also
But he's been
there's
given 3 weeks.
He's been given 3 weeks, and a certain Chiefs prop has not been given a single thing for that terrible off the ball tip. I mean, people were saying tip tackle. Wasn't even a tackle.
All right, mate.
He just held his foot.
You need
and
to play
tipped
the
him.
sting. You need to play the sting.
Oh, Christ.
Wanker of the week.
Obviously, goes to Jared Profit.
100%.
What a dick move. What an absolute dick move.
He's not going to profit from that.
No, very un-Chief-like. I hope John O'Gibbs gave you a wee... I hope he had to drop his trowel and he got a lovely wee spanking in the changing room.
I hope he had to
by
line
everyone.
up and each of the boys had to come in with a sort of a tennis
with a little
table.
bamboo stick.
Yeah, and then just...
You want
table
something
tennis.
that whips. You want something like a little bamboo sort of... You want something
Like a
with a bit
little-
of whip to it.
Yeah, a little cane.
Yeah.
And he had welts, and so he can't sit down for a few
No,
days,
no,
which
no.
is
He won't be
remind him
sitting.
of what he's done. But yeah, tipping off the ball, and let's not sugarcoat it. Let's just admit it. That was the moment that the Chiefs
riled
lost
them
the
up.
game.
You reckon that's what riled up the
100%.
Crusaders?
Right before halftime, they'd kind of started the comeback, and Profit goes and does that. I mean, not to just anyone, but to the captain and to a somewhat veteran All Black and David Havili, and you could see that. I mean, he was not happy. None of those players were happy.
No one was happy.
But disrespectful, you would say. Sort of changed the.
No, that's what I mean, mate. And it was definitely there was no room for that in the game.
And they probably knew it. You
Right.
saw Luke Jacobson looking and going, "Oh, Prophet, why did you? Now we're fucked." Now
where does Prophet come from? Where does Jared Prophet come from?
Well, he's been playing for you for a couple of years, but before that he was at the Hurricanes.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Don't try and pin this on. Don't try and pin
makes
this,
sense, mate.
No, do you know what? His bad behaviour started in the Waikato.
You know who he would have learned his bad behaviour from?
Who?
Jeremy Thrush, I reckon.
Oh, mate, Jeremy Thrush is long gone.
I know, mate.
A long time ago.
He was a dirty player.
No, Jeremy Thrush is gone. He's probably in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but I bet he taught Jared Prophet everything he knows
mate,
in
Prophet
the Hurricanes,
was probably
and
in diapers.
He's brought up his bloody silly behaviour to Hamilton.
Do you know what? What's great is that Prophet looks like a little fucker. Like, he looks like he gets up to mischief.
Yeah,
you know?
he's got that.
Like, he's got
look.
it's got it written all over his face. But yeah, that was the moment. It's so clear. I was like, oh no, you're screwed now, and you were. You tried to come back valiantly, mate, I got to say, but the Crusaders pipped you once again in Hamilton.
But at least it's in round robin play, because we've actually beaten them 4 times in the last season in round robin.
Right.
So what does that
mean?
Well, it's been the finals that we've stumbled.
You're going to say it's going to flip this time.
Well, hopefully we've learned something. Hopefully we've learned something in the round robin loss that is actually going to give us the keys to the final. To the final.
You know what's you trying to justify that?
I've got to get something out of it, mate.
You might have flipped the switch and suddenly you're going to win the final. This is brilliant. Hey, mate, it was a bloody great game to watch. Clearly the best of the round. Although there were some other bloody humdinger tries. Like you're talking about the one that
Fraser McWright's try.
But the Fraser McWright try.
Yes. That was like rugby parkour. Like what they were doing. It was unreal. Like they're doing things that you kind of have to question whether it's within the rules, because they're like on one foot,
Harry
like,
Wilson
outside,
just under
kicking,
the legs.
Yeah, dropping the ball onto the foot, under the legs.
Yeah,
unreal.
Yeah, so
I loved watching that.
Yeah, that was great.
Really good.
It was great. Yep, another good running rugby try. Did you do all right in your fantasy? There's a couple of those. I was going to get Harry Wilson back in my team.
I don't know what's going on this year, but I have not been doing well. I've been doing
I'll tell you what's going on,
below
mate. You're
average.
not concentrating.
No, I am. I think I'm
you're
concentrating.
Sitting there on the couch with Grace and you're watching too many vids, mate.
I mean, I do what probably most people do is I use my toilet time, to do my Super Rugby fantasy, and sometimes
is that what it's worth to you?
Man, it's precious time.
That's actually, you're saying that's holy grail time. Like,
absolutely.
That should be reserved for like novellas and
There's
poetry.
no interruptions. There's no one coming in going, oh, right, can you help this? Not. Can you help me hang this shelf? No, can you cook me dinner?
Help me hang this shelf? Not when you're like, I'm going for a poo, babe.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm in the loo. And it's holy time. It's a beautiful time to just sit down and stay focused,
Okay. So
I mean, it's not the nicest smelling part of the day, but that's
maybe
okay.
some of that seeping through into your choices of players. Like, do you have a method by which you, are you doing any research, or are you just kind of looking he'd be good this week?
I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking at some numbers. I'm looking at who did well in the last couple of weeks. Who scored well, who's up in the, and I've got my staples. I've got my staples that I like to have in there.
You love your Quintupai, don't you?
Love my Quintupai.
Love your Jacob.
Jacob's only in there because D-Mac's not back. I always have my Geordie Barrett's in there.
So it has to be a Chiefs first 5. Oh, Geordie Barrett, yeah, and he did well. Yep.
And Will Jordan will usually be in there.
Did you have Tokiaho this week?
I think I had Omoa this week. Yeah. Tokiaho was a good bet. He scored a
He did do well. Yeah. I had him only because I couldn't include. You can only include
more
4 players from one team. This mate, I had a shocker. Roy Gard was in there.
Yeah, we all had Roy Gard.
He's got to try. Oh my god, Don't even get me started. Yeah, look. Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, below average. But I think I've got a foundation now. There's only room to grow from here for me. So I feel like maybe
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I use my toilet time for the first selection and then do a little bit of refinement. But yeah, I do like to look at some numbers, and I like to look at who's scored, and you click you see who's top rated. I like to be
what
within.
they've been doing.
I like to be within $1 million of my spend to make sure that I'm milking the most out of it.
I like to be in at least the top 28,000 people. That's my goal this year, is to be at least 27,964th in the world in fantasy.
Do you
and
think
I
if
think
we
I'm going to probably
combine,
doing quite well?
do you think if we combine forces and minds that we would do better or worse?
Actually, that's a good idea. Instead of being competitive with each other,
We could
should
have a super
join
snack
in
one.
harmony and make our picks together.
It could be
That's
something
lovely.
on the cards for next year.
We could start a new account called Gar or Rareth.
Rareth.
Rareth. Oh, come on now.
Hey, from
Hey.
that game as well, I think there's someone that gets a special mention. And we'll give out a Player of the Day award later on.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Will Jordan
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fucking exceptional. And the way, we talk about speedsters in the game, right? Tangi Toes, the Leroy Carters. Leroy Carter had a runaway try to bring the Chiefs to within 7 and at least salvage something from that game.
Yeah.
But he got run down by the wonderful, beautiful Will Jordan.
Yeah. And the thing
Mate,
with Will
he's
Jordan,
a demon.
it is, and the thing is, it doesn't look like he's moving at all. That's the thing. It's like he's gliding. He's almost like that KFC Colonel animation that they put up at halftime for people to run with. He
To
just
run on the
goes,
side.
and somehow he's just moving. You're right. And he'd been quiet for. Like, he was relatively quiet for the All Blacks. We were like, what's going on? Even
We
Will's
just had
not
a few games that weren't, up to his exceptional standards. I
so
think that was it.
scintillating to see his he's back at his best. Wow, amazing. He is good, mate.
Hey, there was something that happened in the Fijian Drua game versus the Hurricanes, and you put a little post
apart
up
from
about it.
the rain.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate thing, and I didn't want to talk about it because it's quite embarrassing.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
One of our greatest superior referees, Ben O'Keefe, lovely man. Met him in Greyland last year, which was a highlight of my year last year. Meeting him and having a chat to him
That's lovely.
in Greyland. Yeah, it was really nice.
That was the highlight of your year.
Highlight of my year. Yeah, lovely
Wow.
man.
Okay, you get out more.
But yeah, he had a wee accident.
He did.
He shat himself.
He
Clearly
it certainly
shat
looked like
himself.
it. Yeah.
And I'm sorry that we're bringing this up. I know that you're probably,
Embarrassed.
you're just really embarrassed. Yeah,
And sore, probably a rash.
probably a rash. He's run around
After 80 minutes of
game.
running around with shit in your pants.
Well, what part of the game did he do it?
Well, it looked like he did it nigh on the start.
What must have
Looks
been
like
after time? Otherwise, he would have changed his drawers, mate.
On kick off and then, no.
Oh shit!
Just as he's running
Well,
down to the first ruck.
I did notice that Ben, just to save a little bit of face, has roped in his assistant referees, and he's got them to smear. He's like, "Oh, guys, look, I got some mud on my shorts." You know what would be real funny is if we all put mud on our shorts and we did a post about how wet it was here and how muddy it was here. So he's roped them in to save a little bit of face, and they've splattered a little bit of
They've splattered a bit as well.
on their white shorts and taken a wee photo.
What's great is when he was standing, he'd be standing by a scrum. When you could see him at times, he'd move his legs apart and have more of a wide stance, and it didn't look so bad. But then, as soon as he'd bring his legs back together, you could see it like an old Renaissance woman's bush, like it just kind of stuck out like dog's balls.
No, you know what? I don't like that you're laughing at him. I think this is a serious issue.
Ben, I'm sorry.
You're like a high school bully, mate.
Yeah, no, that's not nice. Do you reckon? I reckon afterwards he went back and he went to the change room. They were sitting down having a beer, and he went, "It wasn't mud." It wasn't mud. And they went, "What?" And he went, "It wasn't mud. I had an accident.
Yeah.
I'd had a weird curry at the buffet at the Shangri-La, and I couldn't stop it."
And John O'Gibbs has sat next to him and put his hand on his leg and just gone, "We know, mate. It's okay. We know. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Don't do this to me, John. Not you." John O'Gibbs wasn't there. It's a different game.
Oh, yeah. No, he flew over.
He flew over. Hang on. That was the game. He flew over. He left his Chiefs game and Crusaders game and flew over to comfort Ben. In fact, we start to know that he's Ben's emergency contact when something goes wrong.
Yeah, he's flown over. He's seen Ben
now.
He's seen the whistle go and he's gone, "Oh, he's done it. Ah, fuck. Babe, I'm going to have to fly to Fiji."
Yeah. I got to say, those green uniforms or yellow uniforms they keep giving the refs, they need to come up with something a little better than them. They're not great.
Not great.
I got to say, whoever decided we're going to make them look like road workers. Yeah, good on you, Ben. I hope you've got some cream on that this week, mate.
A couple of other wins from the Aussie teams. They had a great run this week, obviously.
Look, and there's a
Highlanders,
lot of
Reds. That was a pretty one-sided affair, and once again the Highlanders have proven that their unbeaten run of one has come to an end.
I mean, we did talk about it, and I think I'd love to see when they get up again, because it's.
Do you know who they've got next?
Not going to get any easier.
Who's next?
Oh, I think it's.
Is it us? Maybe. Oh no, we've already played them.
No, it's actually the Force at home. So that
that's a
should
winnable
be
game.
Possible. But the Force get a little bit of confidence on there after their victory
who's
over Moana.
The Force got now? Who's the Force got back? They've got a lovely wee All Black ex-winger who's now playing in the midfield.
I know,
George Bridge.
Mr. Bridge.
And you know what? He tried to score about 7 tries, and he only got one of them. But
he was trying
his darndest to get over that chalk.
It
and
really was.
He looks great.
It's good work ethic.
I think the sun over in Perth is his complexion's really nice. He's got a good sort of tan
refreshed.
On. Yeah, he looks great. He looks like he's a little
Australian.
bit more. Well, he always had a bit of a frown when he was playing Crusaders and All Blacks rugby. George Bridge,
just a bit unhappy with what he was doing.
I think he was a good player, but he was never. I don't feel like he ever had that X factor that you see from your Caleb Clarks, your Severises, your Joe Rokocokos, your Leroy Carters.
And that's why it sort of didn't go much further for him. He just didn't.
He was
quite
there
have
for
that
a few
next
years,
edge.
though.
I know, but it was interesting. It was an interesting era, actually, that era. Because you're going, who is George Bridge? But he's doing all right.
He's doing, mate.
Good on him.
And this is what I again love about Super Rugby. You've got these players that have these wonderful careers in international rugby. They get superseded by someone younger and faster when they're on the wing, and then they bugger off to Europe or something, or Japan, or
make
wherever
some money.
George Bridge went, make some money.
Yeah,
and then they come crawling back to just make our Super Rugby competition just that little bit better, a little bit more exciting.
And clearly the Western Force will just they'll take anyone.
Well, exactly. Well, I'd take George Bridge. I think he'd be a great little insert into the midfield.
Yeah, no, he's great. And the Force, the Force strung a good win together over here. Now they've got to go play the Highlanders.
Tizano over again.
Tizano again. Always put him in your fantasy.
What is he on? 3 tries? 3 from 3, isn't it?
I think he's on... No, I don't think he got... Because didn't they have a bye? He didn't get one in the first game. No, he is 3 from 3.
He's 3 from 3, mate.
Actually, who else was I thinking is going to be a top try scorer? Actually, Tokiaho's on track to be one of the top scorers in the competition at this rate.
Well, that's the thing.
There's quite a few.
Those, because that's where Tizano gets a lot of his tries. Because it's usually a hooker that plays that role of holding the ball in the back of the maul. Yeah. But he's always greedy guts got his hands over.
So the hooker for the Force has just gone. Come on, mate.
This is one of the benefits.
Hey, I should probably take this. He's like, you're an open side. Yeah, but
this is one of the benefits of being a hooker, mate. This is one of the only
benefits.
It's one of the only
I throw
perks.
it in, and I get to stay at the back of the mall and score those little,
score a couple of
drive-through
tries.
tries.
Yeah.
And you're taking that away from me.
Yeah, Tisano, you dick.
Hey, Carlo. Come on, mate. Give him a chance.
Hey, the Brumbies also nabbed another win away from the Blues. A couple of close ones this year for the Blues.
Was heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
Because the Blues played, I've got to say, bloody well compared to some of the other teams that have tried to play against the Brumbies. They actually gave them a good fight. And I was on the edge of my seat at the end there going, please don't do what the cockroaches always do. And they did. They did a Crusader-esque thing and a Brumbies thing. They came back and they got them in the final minute.
82nd minute.
Mate.
There was one thing in this
tragic.
game, and I think it was probably the highlight of the game for me. And I'm going to throw this out there and say that it's probably the best sign I've ever seen in the 30 years Super Rugby's been around.
A sign?
A sign.
Like a fan-made sign.
Yeah. A fan up in the stands. And I didn't catch it on first watch. But it was someone had put together a little social media highlights package, and then it made me go back to watch the full highlights package to see if I could string it out.
You've been watching.
But we'll put it up on our if we can find it. Put it up on our socials. The best sign I've seen. Up the Brum.
Up the Brum.
Simple.
That's
and
so good.
Effective.
And
like
actually, that's
it
brilliant.
It reads as like just an innocent sign, but then once you figure it out,
it's quite
brilliant.
efficient because it obviously signals A, you're a Brumbies fan and that's who you're supporting, but B, your intent in the game, like what you're going to do,
and also in the bedroom
is you're going to give it to that team in a very very specific manner
and a very small area, very tight wee area.
Pitch. Tight wee try line.
Yeah. It's the top of the balloon.
Up the Brum. Because I think we probably, unbeknownst to us, that's actually probably what the Brumbies are. That's maybe colloquially what they're referred to as the Brum. Hey, you're going to go watch the Brum this weekend?
Well, it sounds very Aussie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Up the Brum.
Up the Brum. That's genius. Was it hashtag up the Brum?
No, just straight up. It was hand painted. It was, on
an old sheet.
On an old, it was like a, an old for sale sign or something. The back of a Harcourt sign or whatever they have over there.
Yeah, Corflute.
Corflute. That's right.
That's what. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, hand painted. All the letters were wrong, different sizes. It wasn't like professionally done.
They deliberately did that though. They could have made them the same size.
Yeah,
but
exactly. They wanted
I
it
want
just
to do
to
that serial
sit
killer
in and
font
fit in.
that you see. Yeah.
It needed to fit in like any old average sign, but well done to whoever has made that.
Yeah, and they certainly did go up the Brum of the Blues at the end there, which is sad.
Yeah, just slipped it in.
To see.
Slipped it in that last try. Just slipped in that last little. Boop.
Yeah, good on you, Blues though. Good on you. And Caleb Clark playing bloody well, I think. Looking every bit a lovely world-class winger that he is.
Well, he is a world-class
glad to see
winger.
that.
Yeah, that's the thing that we need to remember. He is a world-class
and breaking
winger.
tackles and busting through. Like, that's so good when we see a winger doing that stuff. Because, we've got a lot of fast, silky wingers. But he has that other aspect of his game, which is we always want, don't we? If we're trying to emulate the All Blacks wingers of old. So, good on you.
Hey, should we give away a wee Player of the Week award?
Well, we should.
Player of the Day. Get on you, mate.
We haven't actually talked about this yet this week, Gareth, but there's a clear winner for me, and it's kind of a boring choice because it's so obvious to me.
Yeah, go on.
Cam Roygaard. No, joking. Christian Leo Willie.
Yeah.
Mate, he was good.
Yeah.
Scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, he's amazing. The one thing he didn't have was Leo Willie energy. He had big dick energy.
Leo Willie.
He didn't have Leo Willie energy. He had some big
He had some
dick energy.
BDE.
And he is a great player. And when you stepped up.
I think, I mean, he's obviously, he's in and around the All Blacks sort of conversation. So he's definitely putting his hand up for some higher honours if he keeps playing like that. Because that was exceptional. He was really good.
Yeah.
And against, I know that you're ribbing me out for the Chiefs losing, but, against a good team. Because the Chiefs weren't playing bad.
No, mate. No, it's just that you were so far. It's just that the shame of being so far ahead and then having to claw it back is just, it must be very annoying for you.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
It wasn't exactly ding dong.
But it means, because it's early in the season, it means, it feels like we can do that.
The one thing I realised we haven't talked about from that game was how stroppy James Dolan was getting with Luke Jacobson. Yeah, Luke Jacobson kind of kept giving him a little bit of clapback throughout the game, and he wasn't having it. And at one point, he turned around to walk off, and Luke said something under his breath, and he goes, "What?" He just turns around. He's like, "Mate, I don't want any more from you." It was great. Like Luke Jacobson was testing him like a little shitty kid at the back of the classroom, throwing smoke bombs at the careers teacher.
I kind of want the captain to be a little bit like that.
You want him to clap back?
Well, yeah, a little bit. But
you also want him to know that after some point, just go back to your players.
Yeah, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You're never going to win against the teacher. You can rile the teacher up, but you're never gonna be victorious. No one's ever going to be on your side. It's like with your parents,
if you're answering back, you don't want to have dad get to the doorway and turn back. Like, you don't want that. Not after he's told you once. If he turns back at the doorway, you could be in for a hell of a time. Wow. He's got the belt. Oh.
A few good games next week. My eye is on the Blues Crusaders game on Saturday.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys have got the Waratahs. Chiefs Moana.
That's going to be big.
Chiefs Moana is going to be a big one.
Yeah. You got a phone call, mate.
Yep.
That's all right. I think the two games of the round for me, I think the Hurricanes-Tars is going to be great. The Hurricanes are going to be hurting after that sloppy, shitty game in Lautoka. And the Waratahs, of course, are looking like one of the better sides in the comp at the moment. But I'm glad. I want to see those two wide open running sides face each other. That's going to be a great clash. And then, of course, Crusaders Blues is
and that one must
exactly what we want it to be.
Yeah, exactly. Highlanders Force, that's probably going to be a bit of a yawn fest. But, maybe there's going to be, maybe there'll be some exciting tries. Maybe George Bridge and Tangito will come together and make
sometimes when the lesser teams face each other, it can be nice. It's like going to watch a slightly further down the grade team at high school. You go, it's more open.
So kind of like when the Hurricanes were playing, like the Hurricanes were playing the Drua this week. It's kind of like
it was terrible, mate. That was like the kids playing after the game had already gone, and the parents just let them go down and went, here's the match ball. Go have a chuck around. If you dive at the 22, you'll make it all the way to the try line.
Yeah,
it's like a slip and slide. It's so bad, mate. They need to get that shit sorted.
They do.
All right. It's been lovely. Who are you going to pick? Just make your pick. Who are you going to? I'm going to go. The Blues will pip the Crusaders at home.
Nah, I'm going to go Crusaders.
You think they're going to keep their winning ways?
I think so. I think they're going to get a little bit of a roll on. I think now.
Yeah.
And I think Chiefs are going to bounce back.
The Chiefs will beat Moana. I think that's...
It's never a given, though. It's never a given.
No, they beat you at home last time, didn't they?
I think so.
That's what's great about this competition, too, is that it is a bit topsy-turvy at the moment. You really just don't know. It's great. You want to make it more like the NRL, where you just don't know week in, week out who's going to win. It makes it a bit more mysterious. I'll pick the Canes to go over the Tars.
Yeah, I think they should. They got it.
Give them some dry conditions and they're lethal. Just don't ever have them play in the rain again. In fact, if it's raining on a Hurricanes fixture from now on, I think we petition to cancel the game because they're clearly not up to it.
What they've got to do is just chuck on the sprinklers at the Sky Stadium or whatever it's called now.
And just have practice.
And they just don't turn them off for the next couple of weeks. They just have to run out there and kick the ball around
constantly
for a couple of hours. Yeah, they're training in the wet.
Yeah.
And maybe they have to
catch a death of cold.
They have to do nude or something, just as punishment for losing.
Why?
I don't know.
That's what Jared Prophet should have to do. with his welty ass after being spanked in the changing room.
Tell you what, Wellington in the wet training, mate, there'll be some Leo Willies there.
That's what. How did they not know how to deal with the conditions? It's prime Wellington. We've all seen it. All right.
All right, hooroo.
Hey, we'll see
thanks for
you,
tuning in.
next week.
Sounds
we love
good.
you. All the best.
Super Smack.
Hooroo.
See you later.